Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Today I have my co-host, Kelly. Are you there, Kelly?
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
And I have co-host, Barbara. Are you there, Barbara?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Hello.
How are you?
Great.
This is Psychic Night. We have Karen Page. Are you there, Karen?
I am here, Mr. Jonathan. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Karen. Hi there.
Hi.
So how was everybody's day?
I don't have a
Better.
single complaint. Everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
How about you guys?
How was yours?
I mean,
Good.
it was a busy day for me. You know, it's a busy day, but it's really weird. I mean, you know, now that the show is growing, it's become a lot more interesting. Every day it seems to be something new and interesting. You know.
Yeah.
Nice for you.
I mean, we have. Oh, I should probably turn off my notices here. There we go. So, would you like to take one of the callers?
Always.
Yay.
Your first caller is from 856.
Is from what, honey?
856 area code.
Hello, 856 area code.
Hi, this is Laura in New Jersey. Hi.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Well, I'm okay. I took your advice and I sent an email because things have been getting ugly, you know, between me and this other person. And I just sent an email to my boss and I said, I understand that you're walking a tightrope and that things are difficult for you with this. And I just left it at that. And he didn't respond to that, though.
Honey, he doesn't need to. His behavior will tell you everything.
Okay.
I'm telling you, though, that's the right approach with him because he is in an impossible situation.
Yeah, well, she's gotten her response. Her responses has gotten even more.
Oh, I'm
nasty.
so sure. Oh, I'm sure.
Sure.
Mhm.
I hope you're keeping records.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering if it's going to get better or.
Honey,
you know,
it's definitely going to get better. You know, she has already overstepped her boundaries with you, and she has put him in a position that this is not going to work for him. So, yeah, this is definitely going to get better, and my feeling is that she's going to be gone.
Okay.
Because what he thought was a good idea isn't working out so well, you know?
Yeah. Well, so she jumps. You know, she jumps real fast. She reacts quickly. Whereas I go around and ask other people about. So let me put it this way. There was an email going around, and she's responsible for setting this up. And this one guy who's the manager, he emailed me details around a discussion that they had. He's got some concerns. So I thanked him for emailing me the details of the conversation that they had, which I should have been invited into that conversation she set up.
Of course.
But I wasn't. So my boss responded, and I was reading through the email, and there were some things that nobody has thought of. So I called my boss. Instead of doing a reply all to the email, which I always run things by him first so that
Very smart. I don't blame you.
So I
because
called him up
you're as I've said to you before, you're the grown up in the room.
Yeah, I try. So I called him up and I explained a few things that he and the other person hadn't thought of, and that there were some things some considerations that needed to be addressed. Well, sure enough, he said, that's a good point. He said, so he tells me to respond to the email and who to copy it on it and what to say. He told me what to do, and I did it. Well, the other person, the woman,
her
got
head
really
exploded.
upset. Yeah.
Honey, and that's not your problem. You're doing your job. Let her, I always say we don't like people showing their butts when we didn't ask them to take their pants down. He needs her aggravation like he needs a migraine, So you need to stop worrying about it and just do what you do so well. And do not make your job about her, because she'll be gone very shortly.
Okay.
She's going to push herself literally right out the door.
Huh.
There is enough tension and stress in your job when everything's fine, and she is just making it unbearable for everybody. She's turning it into a Nazi camp.
Yeah. So she's gotten a little out of control with the way she's responding to me now. Like her anger is
and
now.
honey, you need to make sure that you have a file with every one of those in it.
Yes, I do. I definitely do.
Because
so,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, she's it's like she's showing her true colors. Oh, and I noticed that the more and get this. So she wrote back. She said, I thought you don't micromanage. And she says, and you should be staying in your lane, right? And she copied my book on it.
Excuse me. Isn't she the one that has been, she's the one that walked up on stage not once but twice?
Right.
And she, pardon me?
Exactly. So then I wrote back and I said, and I copied my boss on it, and I said, as the training lead, because I knew that would get under her skin, I said, as the training lead, it is my job to take a holistic approach of the overall scope of the project. So I have to look at all considerations. And when I see something that I can think of, when I see something that raises considerations, I have to voice them. And I said I called, what's his name, our boss. I won't say the name. But
no, it's not necessary.
And he told me what to say, and I said I was responding in kind.
And
based on what
honey,
he
you do not need to give her
an explanation.
Chapter. Thank you. I was going to say chapter and verse explanation. It's none of her business.
But she's the, I know what I wanted to say, but I didn't say was,
but
I
out,
don't
quit.
have the lane. Yeah. You have the lane, but I didn't say that. So I tried.
Honey, I told you need to respond rather than react. And you need to not answer questions that are, frankly, Scarlett, none of her business.
She's getting, it's like she's really showing the ugly side now, and she's doing it in writing, which before
of course,
it was always
she can't help herself because she thinks she has power that, boy, is she in for the shock of her life when she finds out that she has zero power. And there have been so many complaints about her attitude that they're left no other choice but to show her the door.
Oh, so I thought I was the only one she was doing that to, though, because
not even a little bit, honey. Not even a little bit.
Okay, good, because I'm the one in her way. She sees me as the one in her way.
Can I tell you something? She reminds me of Colonel Klink in MASH.
Oh,
you know?
Yes, yeah.
Because she's ridiculous. It's like, stop clicking your heels, you little twit, and back off. You know?
Yeah.
Because she has this nasty attitude with everybody except him. And that's just not going to work, sweetheart, because, the one thing you can be sure of is she pisses off everybody and pulls that attitude on everybody. You're in very good company.
Okay, good.
And she's going to do something that's going to literally explode on her. I think I said this to you the first time we spoke. When I worked with detectives on some cases over the years, one of them used to laugh and said to me, this guy must really be stupid because he keeps misjudging his quarry. He didn't count on you, Karen. And you need to remember that's what she does. And that comes from her insecurity. And that's not your problem, dear. You just need to do what you do. You're really good at it, and you are very respected in your job. You're not under any threat. But she will be gone very shortly because she is becoming a much bigger problem for him than he ever anticipated. I told you before that he thought this was going to be a great match. And she has done nothing but cause him aggravation.
Well, I thought I was causing him aggravation because I've told him bluntly how I feel and what's been going on.
Sweetheart, he doesn't have a problem with that. He's upset with himself that he brought her in.
Oh, okay.
So that's what you're seeing. It's not being upset with you.
Okay.
He doesn't have any stuff with you.
All right.
And you're handling things very professionally. She is just, what I always call her is the little twit. She's ridiculous. And way overstepping her boundaries.
Well, how I told you I called my boss to tell him about some of the concerns I had, some things that he wasn't thinking of. Well, at the same time that happened, this other manager, the one who had emailed me his concerns, he sent out this email, and it
Thank
was
you. I rest my case.
Almost verbatim what I had just got done saying to my boss. So then I replied all, which copied everybody on that email. I said, oh, wow. I said, I literally just had this conversation with my boss. I was just talking to him about this, which is why about these very concerns that I had. And that's when she just exploded.
Why? You know what, honey? The truth only has one story. You're not the only one that has a big problem with this twit. So save your energy. It's coming.
Can't happen soon enough for me.
Well, and that's funny because I have a feeling your boss is starting to feel exactly the same way. You know what? You know how you hear kids say, "I'm over it." He's over it. Because she is becoming an enormous problem. He never had any issue with you, and everything was fine. And if you ever said anything to him, it certainly wasn't like this. And with the guy that wrote the email to him about her, he never had stuff with him either, or sent it to you. That guy, he never had stuff either.
Yeah.
So save your energy, Dolly. It's almost over.
Okay. I'm glad.
Rest your heart.
Thanks, Karen. Well, I just wanted you to know I took your advice. So
I'm so proud of you, sweetheart. And you know what? And he got it.
Oh, good.
He got it. And boy, you talk about perfect timing.
Yeah, because I noticed that I sent out a couple emails, and the more I took the high road, the angrier she got.
I told you that because when you don't react, she has nothing to feed off of.
Yeah.
and
that's
she
so
can't
true.
stand it.
Yeah.
So
Boy, she
you go,
showed her
girl.
true colors too in writing. It was great.
You ain't seen nothing yet, my friend.
Oh, good. I'm waiting for Karma to come up and bite her.
Oh,
I can't
honey,
wait.
it's at the door.
Thanks, Karen. I needed
You are
that.
welcome, sweetheart. Let us know, okay?
I will. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, honey.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I love it that
So,
she called
what do you-
to update us on that. That's so great because you tell them, and you're not kidding around. We want to have the updates, right, Karen?
Absolutely, I
Mhm.
do. I'm so
Yeah.
proud of her that she did it, and she's not reacting anymore because she's a lovely person that works really
Mhm.
hard in
Yeah.
a stressful office already. And
Yeah.
all those, we've all worked in places with lots of different personalities, and boy, it can get charming when there's
But
one
not
bad
when you
apple.
have to go back there every single day. I was thinking about that today, and sometimes I'm like, well, I don't relate so well, but I can only imagine. I've worked with, different people, but not like going there every single day. That's such a big part of your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm always happy to hear the feedback. I love it. And I'm so
Awesome.
glad she called.
Thanks,
me
Laura.
too.
That was Laura, right? Laura.
Yeah, you go, Laura.
Yeah.
we're pulling for you.
Think
We
so.
want
You
it to
bet.
work out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you think, Kelly?
We care.
Yeah, I'm glad that she called and let us know. It'll be such a relief to find out that, oh, gee, that lady's not there anymore.
That's right. I have a feeling it'll probably be, I called because you're never going to guess what happened today.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Karma
Yep,
broke
I've
down
done
the
that
door
with
and
them before.
raced in.
Yeah. Yep, I've had to be that person where I just had to, be the professional one and just kind of hold it in and just wait. Yeah.
Yep, it's a very interesting dynamic. And the issue is the little twit is so insecure. She wants to be Laura.
Oh boy.
And it's like, what is wrong with you? Don't you have your own identity?
Yeah, it's like relax, be yourself. Maybe you'll, have
Well,
people
unfortunately,
work well with you.
she is being herself, Kelly, and that's the problem.
Yeah, she relaxed. The mask came off, and it was like, oh golly. Put it back on. Yeah.
Sure.
That's funny.
Yeah, great. All right.
What
Area
is it?
code 208.
20 what, Jonathan?
208.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, this
Hello,
is Alyssa from
208.
Idaho. How are you guys?
What's your name, sweetheart?
It's Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa. How are you?
I am great. How about yourself?
Not a
Great.
single complaint. Is it cold in Idaho now?
Oh, yeah, we've already had a good amount of snow.
Oh, wow. Do you know it's
Yeah, we've
almost,
had probably
it's,
5 storms.
Could you send some here? It's 90 degrees here, honey.
Yeah.
I'm losing my mind. I'm gonna have to own stock
let's
in
make
the
a swap.
electric company. What?
Let's make a swap. You give me some of yours, I'll give you some of mine.
You got it. It's a trade.
Oh, heck yeah.
What's your question, sweetie?
Well, I've been seeing a lot of signs popping up about a guy that used to be my best friend, and he and I had talked about 2 months ago, and then he got really busy with work, and I haven't heard from him. And he, I guess I'm just asking, will I hear from him again? His name is Derek, and I'm wondering if we're going to get to being close friends again.
Well, you'll definitely hear from him again, but he feels, God, this must be the theme of the day, people being stressed out. He feels so stressed out and so overwhelmed because it's not just his job. It feels like he's got some family issues, like parent siblings issues, to deal with that are just, all of a sudden the theme of the day. He's the grown-up in the room and has to take care of everything and fix everything for everybody. And he just feels literally overwhelmed. So can't you send him a note, say, I was just thinking about you and I hope all's well?
I have, and he hasn't responded back.
And, honey, you will hear from him. And when you hear what's going on and what has been going on in his life, you will understand. You will understand.
That'd be nice.
You will. So hold on.
Do you feel like it's going to be a long time?
No. No, it won't.
Well, I'm glad because like I said, I keep getting all these signs, whether it be little signs from where he lives, which he lives a couple states away, songs that, were kind of ours back in the day and everything. So kind of weird.
Oh, you're going to absolutely hear from him, honey. He just feels like he needs roller skates on. He feels like he wants to just hide because he is literally become responsible for everything. Plus, he feels like he has a lot of pressure, career pressure right now. So
yeah, I know that he has new management.
Wow, it feels like they are making him crazy. It's when they say jumps through the hoop, and he does, and then they make it smaller and smaller and smaller. He is just, it feels like he doesn't have 2 minutes to breathe.
Yeah.
So rest your heart and don't worry, you will hear from him, but it doesn't feel like a lot of socializing is on his agenda. It doesn't feel like there's room for it.
Okay, so
don't personalize it. It's not because he doesn't want to reconnect with you. It's just, unfortunately, it doesn't feel like there's any him time,
Yeah.
I feel for him.
Yeah, from what he told me last time, it sounds like his life is pretty crazy. I rest my case.
Yeah. And as friends, we sometimes need to be very understanding because things don't stay the same.
Yep.
So be patient. You'll definitely hear from him.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You are welcome, sweetheart. Rest your heart.
I will. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Right.
What a sweet girl.
So what do you all think of that call?
Very sweet. What I was thinking is that when I get involved with the relationship, I probably won't do it on the air, but I'm glad that I will have Karen to talk to because those are right? Those are questions.
I'm right here.
Yeah. It's so nice to have you.
Well, it's
because they need to know.
Well, not only that, but not only that, yes, it is, and or as I always say, it's tough being human because we all get our feelings hurt when people that we've been close friends with all of a sudden go left on us, and we kind of go, what happened? What did I do? Don't they like me anymore or care? But it's tough being human, and when you realize I would always rather know if I did something or if it's just life circumstance.
Yeah.
And this is clearly two people that really care about each other, and unfortunately he just feels like he's drowning right now.
Mm-hmm.
This guy.
Mhm. It's not that he doesn't care.
Oh no, it has. That's why I said to her, it's not that he doesn't care about you. He just doesn't have time to even breathe, practically.
Right.
And we get some. It is very painful, and this is not. Sometimes I've always believed we need to let people leave our lives. But this is not that case. He and Alyssa have been very good friends, and have a many years of friendship and closeness, and it's like, what the heck happened? You know,
Yeah.
but it is just his life went into overdrive, and it's everything about him having to be responsible. And wouldn't we all rather know that than to keep
Oh, yeah.
beating ourselves up and thinking that, what did I do?
Well, yes,
Yeah.
and
Then she could just rest assured, and then he'll come around and he'll be so thankful that she was understanding and
Oh,
understanding
absolutely.
friend.
I mean, because when he tells her what's been going on, she's going to go, wow. You know, it's like because when he has an opportunity to come up for air, he will, and she'll be one of the first people that he reaches out to. And I think
Right.
it's important for us to be able to be there, you know, and he all of a sudden, especially with the family stuff, became the grown-up in the room.
Oh.
And
Mhm.
fix this, take care of that, you know, pick something. And it's like, oh dear.
so much.
So, and between that and the pressure they're putting on him at his job, and we know a lot of people going through this, you know, in one way or another, and it's heartbreaking because there is no balance.
No, it's just they're drowning, like you said, so busy, and they want a balance, but just they don't have it right now. That's all there is to it.
That is the truth.
So, you ready for another caller?
Of course.
Okay. Area code 917 is on the air.
Hello.
Hello, 917. How are you? How's New York?
It's fabulous. Thank you for recognizing the area code.
Oh, you kidding? I lived in New York for a lot of years. I love New York.
Well,
it's an amazing place.
yes, yes.
What's your name?
It's Ellen.
Hi, Ellen. I'm
Hi,
Karen.
I'm hoping you... Hi, Karen.
Hi. What's your question, sweetheart?
I was hoping you could help me regarding career. I'm looking for another job. I'm working, but I'm not very happy there. And I'm just wondering whether you see new... I'm sorry?
Oh, yes. You're definitely getting a new job. And I have to tell you, I feel for you because it feels like where you are, it's like the whole soul went out of it. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. It's like you loved it, and all of a sudden they started making changes that just sucked the life out of it and the joy out of it. And you are in very good company, by the way. It feels like you are not the only one.
Okay. I wasn't picking that up. I thought I was getting... I was doing particularly jobs I didn't want to do just because they had so few people.
Oh, no, sweetheart. It feels like the soul has been sucked out of the company. I mean, that's what it feels like. All of a sudden, it's just weird. I mean, it used to be, I keep wanting to say not the happiest, but a relatively joyful place to work where there wasn't a lot of stuff that was upsetting, you know? And now all of a sudden it feels like everybody is being put in the situation you are in. It's not just you. And it feels like you are, well, it is, and you'll find out. And this feels like it has just been, it's like they sucked the life out of everything. And it's not enjoyable anymore or interesting anymore. And you will have no problem getting another job. Have you started looking already?
For several months, yes.
I'm very happy to hear that. Now, when you'll laugh, okay, but when you really mean it, okay, and this is the perfect time to do that, that is when the right job will show up.
Tell me what you mean, because I'm not following.
It feels like it's going to be the perfect fit with incredibly lovely people. And the minute you meet them, and it's funny because it feels like you'll be familiar with their name. You'll know their name. But not the people, but the company. And it feels like you are the perfect fit for them in every conceivable way. The people are nice. The job description is like, oh, yippee. I can't wait. And the direct people that you'll be working with, wow, are you going to love this? You
that
will.
Would be nice for you.
Oh, it's coming, and you will make more money than you're making now.
Okay, what time frame do you see this happening in? I hope you can see it soon.
I wish I could tell you it was next Tuesday, but I'd be lying, so I can't do that. But by the beginning of February, you will be in the new job. I keep seeing February 10th, and you will be settled in, and everything will be the happy dance time. You're going to love this.
Wow.
It's worth it, sweetheart. It'll be worth the wait.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you so much.
And financially, you're going to pinch yourself, okay? So please promise me you will let us know.
I hope it happens before February, and I can tell you before the end of the year. How's that?
I hope so. I definitely hope so, honey. But I wish it for you. But to me, it looks like by the first 10 days of February. But for sure, you're going.
Great.
But it's a very happy move.
Anything would be happy at this point to get out of there. I have to tell you.
Well, she doesn't mean that, God. She's only kidding. Not anything, sweetheart. Something that is the right fit.
That's right.
And this is more than a perfect fit. That's why I said to you, this will definitely be worth the wait.
Wonderful.
You'll love it.
Thank you, Karen. I hope
you
so.
are welcome, and you have the most beautiful holidays.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, dear.
Okay. So
what
do you
nice
think about
lady.
that call?
Well, I think
her.
that was a good
She's
point. Yes, I thought it was a good point that Karen said, whoa, don't say that. God didn't hear that, because it's really important how we word things and think things, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Because when we put that out to the universe, I mean, she'd get offered a lot of jobs that she would never want. And they would there'd be a much bigger problem than the one she's dealing with now.
Yeah,
and
I would convoluted.
She would wind up not being offered a job that is this perfect fit that I see her getting. And she's a very nice lady that works hard and has been heartbreakingly disappointed with the way, I mean, it literally feels like all the joy was sucked out of the company. It's the weirdest thing.
Wow.
And that everybody is being shuffled and pressed into doing things that they shouldn't be doing. It's like, what happened to everybody there? You know, but it's an internal problem. And the sad part to me is that they're not talking to anybody. You know, they're not telling them what's going on. So, but I'm very happy for her because, is she going to love this new job.
Good.
And it's so funny to me when I wish I could have told her it'd be tomorrow. You know, but that's not what I see. And she'll be there for a reason, so that she can make peace with this. And the right job will, when it comes, every piece of it will be wonderful.
Wow.
So it's worth it. And we all know that time flies by in the blink of an eye,
Yeah.
So will she be fine if she just keeps the positive outlook?
Oh my God, yes. It'll make this so much easier. Mhm.
Good.
Good.
I'm so glad she called.
I am too. She's a very nice lady.
Okay, ready for another call?
Absolutely.
704.
Hey,
What
how are you?
What's your area code, sweetheart?
704.
Hello, 704. What's your name?
Marsha.
Hi, Marsha. What's new?
Oh, I was nothing really. I'm about to graduate nursing school in December.
Congratulations.
So I'm very happy about that. I just have to take my NCLEX.
God bless you. I am so happy for you and everybody whose life you will touch.
Thank you. Thank you, Karen.
You did this for all the right reasons, sweetheart. And, I just got chills all over me when I said that to you. And anybody that is blessed enough to have you work with them to help take care of them, they are very blessed indeed.
Thank you.
It's true. So what might be your question, ma'am?
I was wanting to know, what do you see as far as my future love life?
Well, let's see. How do I nicely say you're not going to have a lot of time for much for a while? But there is somebody that feels like they have been a relative constant in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought you might. And even though they will have a moment where it's like, the tantrum of what about me, they're not going anywhere, sweetheart. They're not going anywhere. And as a matter of fact, this feels relatively permanent. That will be, and it will, by the way, be your choice to make it so.
Okay.
Okay? It's not going to be theirs because they'll be very, very, it's like, why don't we, and the M word. And I say it'll be up to you if that is what you want. But you're going to be a pretty darn busy girl for several upcoming months here.
Right.
Because you're going to be working and getting your new life adjusted. It's not going to change anything with him.
Okay.
You'll see. He'll just, sometimes they miss us. When they miss us, they realize how much they love us. And you're going to be one busy little girl. So I'm not worried about you, Marsha.
Well,
and he's not going anywhere, sweetie. Rest your heart, and we have our dancing shoes ready for the wedding. So just so you know.
Thank you.
One of these days we will be invited to somebody's wedding.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We've got that. We've already choreographed the happy dance, so come on.
Yeah. Thank you.
You are welcome, sweetheart. Let us know how you are.
All right, so what do you think about that call?
She has
Me,
a lot
she's a doll.
Yeah. Happy for her future
she
coming.
has she's got some amazing and incredibly fulfilling parts of her life coming up. It's she really is absolutely a lovely human being, and she will touch a lot of people's lives and help them.
Wow.
So yeah, she's got some busy stuff coming up here. You know.
Oh no, that's cool.
As they say, big doings.
Big doings.
Yeah.
I like all your sayings, Karen. They're really.
No, me.
They're cool. They're catchy. I mean, I've
Yep.
taken a couple of them on. I catch myself like, oh, that's a Karen. I mean, but it's you do have them, and they're really clever, and I love them.
Well, thank
I
you,
don't mind
sweetheart.
if I use them sometimes.
One
yeah,
that I like
if I
love some of the ones that I like are the you need that like you need a migraine. And
well, I was going to say something else, but we'd get beeped off the air, you know.
Yeah, or another one is the whenever you would say that someone's done something a lot of time, you always invent it as like a non-even number. You're like, when someone's done something 137 times, you just.
Yep, that's me, Jonathan. Oh, you want to know one that I used recently?
What?
This friend of mine, she's so sweet. She just was like pouring her heart out and all upset and overwhelmed and just this and that. Oh. And I was heading over there and I just texted back, rest your heart. I'll be there soon.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's what she needed to hear. And it was like,
yes.
Like, I got chills because you say that to people, and you know what? That's all they need to hear, that they're not alone.
But you know what? Sometimes people, I keep saying it's tough being human because sometimes we get so, like the first caller, that sweet girl with her friend, it's like he needs somebody. I hope she tells him to rest his heart, you know, because he is just, oh, my God, overwhelmed. And
he probably would remember that for the rest of his life if she said that to him.
Yes, and it would be a gift coming from her because he knows that she cares about him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Us humans. We are funny creatures. Jonathan, I want to thank you because you have brought all of us together. And if you had not done this, we would not have had the pleasure to not only meet each other, but to meet all the lovely people that we make friends with on the air.
Yeah.
That's so true. Yeah.
Thank you, Johnny.
It's true. It is true. And I am great. I'm grateful every day.
Thanks for putting up with my unicorn videos, Johnny. I love doing those for him.
That's so funny.
I do my you know the cartoon unicorn that I sent you guys? You can do your voice and it mouths the words.
That's
I
hilarious.
love doing those for Johnny because he's so patient. He'll watch them and he'll just take them seriously, and then he always calls. Every time I do a unicorn video for him.
That is so sweet.
He's like, I think Barbara's not so busy. If she's doing a unicorn video, you know, I can call her.
Are you ready for another call?
Yes, I am, Mr. Jonathan.
386, you're on the air.
Hello, 386.
Hi, ladies. Hi, Jonathan. Hi, everybody. This is Cindy.
Hi.
Cindy, how are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Absolutely amazing. I don't have a single complaint, sweetheart.
Me either.
See? We're the lucky ones. We could teach something about that, huh?
Well, I don't know if I'm at that level. I would like to hope I try to, but by example.
Well, as long as you keep plugging away at it.
Well, that's all we can do is keep working at it.
That's the truth, honey. That is the truth. So what's your question?
Well, what do you see coming up for me with my business, my finances for the next month or two, for the rest of this year, for November and December? What do you see?
Well, actually, it feels like you're going to have much more, I want to say, what a funny choice of words. You're going to have a much more fruitful holiday. And in starting, it feels like around the middle of January, it feels like all of a sudden you can financially breathe.
Oh, good.
I like it. I was just going to say, when you were saying that, I like it. You know, it's
a long
like,
time coming.
Oh my God, I was just about, what are you, psychic or something? I was just about to say to you, this has been a long journey. And for you to finally be able to breathe. I don't know if you have ever felt this peaceful about things, but you will know quite clearly that financially, and it feels like all of a sudden all the pieces fall into place. And financially you will be in such a better place. I mean, things become so much easier. Wow.
I'm ready for that.
Oh, you are, sweetheart, and you deserve it. You deserve it.
I'm ready. The last few years have been rough.
That is a very nice way to put that. They've been a nightmare, actually, but never mind that.
Yeah.
It's almost over.
I know. Yeah.
It's almost over.
I don't have to dwell on that part.
Nope, absolutely not. But it's so, well, the last 6 years have really been educational. Isn't that a great word?
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Isn't that a great
Absolutely.
word? And all of a sudden it feels like everything
Lots of lessons learned.
Yes. Oh, boy. No kidding, honey. But you are almost home free. It's, very shortly.
Wow.
So I am doing the
is
happy
it just
dance
through my business, or
it feels like it's a combo pack. You're going to get paid back for something that has been owed to you for a long time. You know those things that should have come back and we forgot they even owed it to us?
Really?
All of it. Yeah, really. That's what that feels like. Because it feels like it comes. There will be a windfall of. I'm not talking about $6 million. Don't misunderstand me. But something that will make your life financially so much easier, and you will know that you're going to be fine.
Does this have anything to do with? Just throwing this out there because it's what come to mind when you said it.
An ex?
Well, does it have anything to do with like restitution for damages caused by my ex?
Yes.
We discussed before.
What did I say to you? It definitely could be from you.
It caused me a lot of loss.
Oh, honey, I know that. I know that. I know that. But this is where you're coming into the fun part of the program. So yes, because this feels like was long overdue, sweetheart. And it feels like. Remember what did I say to you about? It's been owed to you for such a long time that you barely even think about it anymore. It's like not even a thought. So yes, that is where it feels like it's coming from. But remember I said to you out of the blue?
Yeah.
That would be out of the blue.
Yeah, because there's no. Yeah. There's
honey.
no
yeah, I know that.
Or
no.
Any
ever.
Not.
It's not even. It would for many years. It didn't even feel like a possibility of any kind ever, and then you just completely wrote it all off. It's like nothing to think about here. So but that's where it feels like it's coming from.
Wow.
And
so
I mean,
this is
literally
like
out of the blue.
Intentionally?
Yes.
Is this coming directly from him that he intentionally decided to repay me for the damage?
Well, wait. It actually feels like there has been a court ruling that's been put in place.
Really?
Yeah, really. And
it's been like nothing. Oh.
I didn't say it was now.
Okay.
This feels like old stuff, and it doesn't mean the court ruling has anything to do with you. It feels like you're the one that benefits from, how do I say this nicely? Him being a monster. And all of a sudden...
That's a nice way to put it.
Wasn't that a nice way to put it? You know, God, all that Libra in my chart. And it feels like you... I keep wanting to say this is a word that probably would never even be in his vocabulary. It feels like he grows a conscience and knows what he did. And it's time to make some of that right.
Wow.
But it is triggered by a court ruling. But the court ruling was not directed at you. That's the part you need to understand. It's that it feels like he was forced to pay something else that he owed for a very long time. And finally, it's like, out of the dear blue, he will decide to, for once in his miserable life, excuse me, did I say that? Just slipped out, honey. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it fits.
I know that.
It.
God forgive me not to insult the junkyard dogs, but meaner than a junkyard dog. Yikes.
Yeah.
I'm
proud of it, and very manipulating and proud of it.
And the angriest person, it's like, what in the world is all that about you? And oh, never mind. Shut up, Karen, before you say something you can't take back on the air.
No, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, well, I mean, anyway, so it feels like this is not because he's forced to do it.
Okay.
It's because it's something that I keep wanting to say it's eating at him, and it's triggered by whatever this other thing is that he has long owed for something that he did.
Okay.
There are so many to choose from.
If it's
hard
the same
to...
person that, if it's the same ex that we spoke of the last phone call, you know, if he's coming up on his last review there where he's got to walk through the gates and answer for what he's done, he may be trying to quickly make things right.
Oh, that very well could be it, honey. Yeah, that
Remember
very
you
well
said it was
could
going to
be
be a final health problem, and I took care of him through two open heart surgeries, bypass surgeries.
Yeah, well,
many
that's
other things.
left the station, sweetheart. It's none of that, you know. But it does feel
so if
like
he's looking at a final health issue, then
he
might be trying to save his soul before he leaves.
You mean he has one?
Well, I'm just saying he's
no, I'm
grasping
kidding.
for straws.
I know.
He might be grasping at straws.
Oh, you know what? And that may be it. But whatever the reason is, it literally feels like all of a sudden he develops a conscience. That's what it feels like. And
He's never had one of those.
I know. Oh, tell me. Yeah, we're talking about the right guy. You know.
Yep.
This doesn't feel like this is something that there's no expectation of any contact with you. That's the part you need to understand. This is none of that.
Okay.
Okay?
So, like, I've moved, I've tried to go off grid. I've changed my phone number.
We talked about
How
that
are they
before.
going to find me? Yeah,
honey, people find us when they need to find us. It's
well,
shocking,
yeah, it's not
true.
that hard to find me, I guess, actually.
So, yeah. So I would just, as they say in Chinese, rest my heart,
Yeah,
because
I lost a lot.
I know you did, sweetheart, but you know what? You gained some of the most valuable lessons possible. It's the now I finally get it part of the program. And you will never give permission for anybody to ever treat you like that again.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Not even close.
So, no.
The first red flag that goes up, it's like, see ya.
Isn't that astonishing how we just kind of get it? It's like, oh, what, the I could have had a V8 moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this feels like. But this feels like it comes out of the dear blue. And from a long owed debt. So it's coming in. We know since that seems to be the biggie, it's a coming, darling.
Wow. That's incredible.
So I'm
you
happy.
will be the first, when that happens, you will be the first confirmation phone call I make.
It's a deal. I love it.
I'll tell you, that's mind-blowing that he would.
Well, it's so clear to
that
me
he could
that
gain a conscience.
I know. What did I say to you? I know it's shocking, but that's exactly what this looks like. And it's like it comes out of the dear blue. This does not look like something. A general what, honey?
Do you see a general time frame, like this
I
year,
told you it's
year?
after the first of the year.
Oh, that soon?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't mean January 2nd, but I'm talking about the first quarter of the year. Because this is coming, as they say, PDQ.
Wow.
Yep. So, I'm happy for you. I love this.
Wow, thank you.
You are welcome,
That's really,
sweetheart.
it is a mind blower, a shocker.
Well, it's so interesting because he was crystal clear with this heart issue, this serious heart issue. And you just being informed, it's nothing you have to do, but the phone call is so clear to me. And this feels like it is this is such unexpected, you unexpectedly getting paid for a long overdue debt that has been owed to you. And since, boy, he sure qualifies in all those categories.
Wow.
My bet's on him.
Wow.
So, I love it. It's about time something nice happened for you, sweetheart. It's been a long journey of recovery.
Oh, yeah. There will never be full recovery from.
Oh, yeah, there will.
The damage, yeah.
You know what? Don't put yourself in that situation and make that permanent. Don't give him that. He took enough.
Well, I mean, like you said, a lot of lessons learned.
Yes, and as my very wise mother used to say, cheap at half the price. You're still breathing.
That's true.
You know? And that was a close call. He sure did everything humanly possible to almost take that away from you. So we're not going to go there.
Yeah, Yeah, I'd like to talk to you off air sometime and talk to you in detail about some of that. It's
well,
some
you
really
can always
stories.
you can contact me through my website, and I do private sessions if you want to make an appointment, honey.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
That'd be
great.
Interesting. You have some interesting details there. That some cool stuff. I mean, not bad negative stuff. I mean, some cool things that happen, the way that they happen, and the way I found out what was being planned and going to happen. How I was protected from it.
He's definitely getting ready to take a road that he won't come back from. This is unfixable and you'll know it when the phone call comes. There's nothing to do. You're not being called on to rescue him again.
Okay.
Since we know that coupon long expired.
Yeah. That's most definitely. And he was used to me dropping everything to come run and take care of him every time.
Well, isn't that interesting when the expiration hits and all of a sudden it's kind of like, oops.
Yep.
So
that is interesting. Yeah.
Yep.
I always wondered, when it come to that time, would he ever have a conscience first, or did he just think he was so invincible and above everybody?
No, he does not. He's going to, did you just hear God laugh? I did.
Yeah. Well, I always knew better, but I just thought, in his mind.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. I didn't
there
would be a whole lot of conscience going on.
Well, it's so interesting to me because that is what this looks like, that all of a sudden he grows one.
Nice.
It will be a very pleasant and rare surprise.
Wow.
I like it.
I do too. Thank you.
You are welcome, sweetheart. You deserve it.
To think about.
You know what?
Thank you so much.
My wish for you is for you to truly have peace of mind and be happy. You don't need to do any of this again.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're
Man,
right.
you must have had some serious karma to pay off, girl. Cause
I guess. I always wondered,
yikes. That's when you want to look up and go, God, I was only kidding.
Yeah, right?
But sometimes it's the only way we learn. And we are stubborn creatures, aren't we?
Well, it definitely felt like a karmic connection or relationship.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It does to me too.
100%.
It does to me too. So, don't worry, girl.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, thank you. Boy, you just really opened a door in my mind to wow.
Yay! I love
didn't think was even possibilities. Like wow.
Well, and it's so interesting because that's why I wanted to clarify this is not you winning the lottery or something. This feels like an old debt that you just wrote off a long time ago.
Yeah, did. Walked
so
away.
and that is the one that qualifies.
Wow. That's amazing.
So,
thank you.
You are very welcome, sweetheart. Let us know, okay?
Absolutely, I certainly will.
You got it.
All right,
all right,
thank
sweetie.
You.
Have a lovely
so
evening.
Much.
Thank you.
So, what are your thoughts on that call?
She's lovely.
Absolutely fabulous. I mean, for one thing, she's so smart enough to carry on with Karen and go do the work, KarenPage.com. And not only that, but now she is definitely knowing that she's on the right path.
Well, she so deserves to be happy, this lady. It's like, wow. Man, she has had rough, terrible stuff, you know.
I like when you
And
said it's time to get the Wait, how'd you put it? Karma, payback, or collect the karma? How'd you put that?
the karmic debt.
The karma. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's due for. It's going to come
Oh,
to
she's
her.
due for some wonderful things to happen for her, and it couldn't happen to a more deserving girl.
Good.
It's like,
I like
wow.
that. I got chills during that.
Yeah.
Reading.
She's so nice.
Totally cool.
Yep. So, yay.
Who's next? Oh gosh, who are we going to help next, Johnny?
Well, I was screening the calls. So far, nobody seems to be answering when I'm screening them, but we can try to put someone on. Let's try 434 in the second year.
Okie dokie.
434.
Hello.
You there?
Hello.
Hey, I was wondering if situations with law enforcement and youth are going to get better, because I noticed that I was told back in the 1960s and 1920s there was a such thing as truant officers, and I associate with a lot of officers, but then a lot of them are nice, but then a lot of them aren't. So I'm wondering if things are.
What's your name, dear?
Khalil.
Hi, Khalil. What a pretty name.
Hi. Thank you.
So, what is exactly your question? If the relationships
between the youth and the police,
it will get better, but it will come with a change in education, as you know.
Okay.
That there is, and I'm talking about on both sides.
Right.
It is because unfortunately, a lot of law enforcement has been forced to be, there's no nice way to say it. I don't care how big their guns are, they're still scared to death, and with good reason to be, okay? But they sometimes overreact terribly,
right.
And it is, we're on the same committee, you and I, by the way. And
right.
So yes, but it will come through re-educating and some new equipment will be brought into play for them that will not be so lethal.
Right.
So what would you want to ask me?
They said that back in the 1920s there was more truant officers back then than there are now.
Well, not quite, but they're considering it's proportionate to the population, because there are a lot more people here now than there were in the 20s.
Okay. So truant officers could handle a little bit less back then than they could now.
Absolutely, and it was a very different. It was a different environment. You were dealing with bootleggers, and and they had machine guns, but it was a different environment. And when I say that, I mean the big threat was bootleggers and those guys.
Okay.
And the mob.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't 13-year-old kids having AK-47s,
Right.
And so it is now, and the officers were highly trained in those days. They weren't reactive,
right,
like they are now. And but they didn't have the same enormous fears that they have now, because it is, unfortunately, as you and I both know, Khalil, everywhere. It's like, when you can't go to the supermarket or wherever people are shopping, and you have to pray to God you're going to come home.
Right.
And that's not because of law enforcement. I've worked with law enforcement all over the world, and they are wonderful human beings. But
right.
There are always a handful of the ones that are overreactive.
Right.
So that comes in educating them and the kids. Okay.
Right.
everybody needs to just calm down, you know.
Right. We all do.
Yes, everyone, honey, everyone, you know.
Because
So
I
hope.
found.
Go ahead.
Sorry about that.
No,
I found out
don't
that a lot of the police officers they had to lay off a lot of truant officers now than they did back in the old days. They were saying a lot of budget cuts, but there's more police in schools than there are like dealing with schools.
Yeah, isn't that heartbreaking?
Yeah.
It is heartbreaking because it is. I wish that there were. They could increase the education programs for youth and law enforcement.
Right.
So that it would be, can't we all just get along, you know?
Right. Right.
And instead of everybody being terrified when the kids particularly nowadays being terrified when they see a cop of any kind and any authority figure.
Right. Right.
So it is. I pray that there will be education, more education that will diffuse that, because it is really heartbreaking. Where are you?
I'm in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Okay, then you know exactly what I mean when I'm talking about the gun culture.
Yeah.
Yep. It is, and it's kids having to learn and law enforcement having to learn that doesn't always have to be the go-to response, you know?
Right.
So it is, yes, it's coming. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of damage done, you know, that they have to be re-educated about.
And they also said that back in the old days, police used to patrol carnivals and stuff like that more than they did now.
They used to what, dear?
Patrol carnivals, like state fairs, more than they did now, state and local.
Well, it's interesting because that has certainly been increased as of late. It just in this last, I want to say, couple of years, it has definitely increased again.
So they used to do it. Sorry.
Oh yeah, because that's where all the alcohol and all the other stuff back in the day, you know, and now it's definitely become all about the unfortunate, all the mass shootings that happen. What, dear?
All right. Tell my mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi. Someone said hi.
It is, so yes, there is an increase in it going on now, which has been actually in the last couple of years.
Okay.
So it's coming, my friend.
Yeah, that's good.
I wish for world peace every day of my life. I say prayers for it, and so that kids will stop having to die, you know. And it is, but we all need to learn, you know. So, God, what a great question. Thank you for asking this.
Very good.
Thank you, Khalil. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It's a deep question.
And please tell your mother I said thank you from my heart. She did a great job with you.
All right. So what do you think of that call?
What a wonderful question, and I'm so glad that somebody brought it up. It hurts my heart every day.
It's a deep question.
You know?
It's like not just for his own self, but it's for the good of everybody kind of question.
Exactly.
God bless him. His mother did a beautiful job.
Yeah. That's
It's
totally cool that he called in.
Yeah, I love that. God bless him. I mean, I am grateful.
It's something that I worry about. So, I mean, not worry, but I'm concerned, and it's hard to even watch the news. But I have to.
Yeah.
I have to know what's going on. My child's going to school.
All of
this
us
does
do.
happen.
Honey, it is
every single
unfortunately
day
a part of our
somebody
lives.
Pulling a gun out on some place publicly, and I'm not so sure the right answers of what to do about guns. I mean, maybe y'all have just recently saw my Instagram post, and I'm holding like a, automatic, semi-automatic rifle, ATR-42, but that's because I dated a policeman, and he had it, and he told me, those policemen, we cannot do anything, really. I mean, you have to second think every single thing because everything is videoed and taped. Because he wasn't saying that like he wants to do something bad. He was saying I can't do anything good. Like, because I said, let's do like a role play here. What if you pull me over and let's just we're playing around. And he's like, I couldn't do it, Barbara. I couldn't let you off because it's being videoed. So if you are doing something wrong, I cannot be a human and use my human kind and me be the one to let you off because it's videoed. I have to go totally strictly by the book.
And one second, you know why that is, don't you?
Yes. It was pushed into that.
Honey,
by
not only that, but there were kids being shot 15 times when they didn't have a weapon, and there were police being shot to death when they were coming into people's homes trying to help them.
Well, I'd rather they are videoed, but then it's it's not like it used to be where they can just say, well, okay, I know that you didn't mean to do that, and maybe you were going 5 miles over, and I'll just let you go. No, they can never be let go no matter what now, and I just feel like it kind of takes the humane perspective away from that individual policeman, and maybe that robs them of something that makes them a different person. I mean, look into it deeper, I'm thinking.
Well, I think there's more. There is more than that. I'm talking about the reason they and I'm talking about all over the country. They have had to do that because there were so many events happening that were costing lives, and something had to be done.
Even though they know they're being videoed, they still cannot control their temper. I mean, what
sometimes
we see on the news,
that is true.
Crazy! It's so crazy. They'll just take some girl.
Well, that's why I said that's when I was saying to Khalil that it is there. No matter how prepared they are and all that stuff, their fear takes over. And they will shoot first rather than, even when somebody doesn't have a weapon, out of fear because they want to go home to their families. So it comes with re-educating, and learning that the cops are not the bad guys. Are there bad cops? Absolutely. Are there wonderful cops? Absolutely. And it is about letting the global community understand that they're not all a bunch of guys with a gun and a badge that just want to shoot up the town. It's not like that.
Can't put them all in that one category.
Well, of course. So I think that that was such a powerful question that he asked because it is incredibly complicated. And kids are they live in areas now. It is everywhere. It's not just. I mean, I went to a school where I had friends that wound up in gangs, and I was so naive. I didn't even know what the heck a gang was. You know, like what are you talking about? You know,
right?
And I was just incredibly naive, and now I look at it and it's like some of the kids are growing up in schools that there are drugs that the head of a pin amount could kill you, you know, and kids selling them at school or having to be with the cool kids, and do you know what I mean? It's and they don't know, and they act they act in a way that is unfortunately tougher than they really are, and they force the police under many circumstances to protect themselves without having all the information.
We have another caller. Can I put this person through?
Of course.
But,
just one more thing. I just wanted to say one last thing, though. I think it is getting more fair, like that woman who comes home and she doesn't know that she's not in her own apartment and shoots somebody,
Thank God they convicted her. If they hadn't convicted her, I think my head would have exploded.
Me too.
It's like, I was deeply grateful.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. And there's another thing that I wanted to add was that on Facebook I saw something I didn't want to circulate and keep going, and there was it's kind of cute when you see like, a cute little skit, and you think it's not harmful until you think deeper. And it was a cop that was in their cop car pulling over, one of those little kids vehicles, like a little toddler's in it, and they're like, so and so, oh my gosh, the cop's pulling you over, run for your life, and they're playing like the Bad Boys theme, and it's like, when you think about it, that's teaching kids, fear cops. What are you teaching kids? That's not right.
No, it isn't.
What is that perpetuating?
It goes back to what I was saying about educating.
Yeah, because when I grew up, cops were your friends. You go to them if you get lost from your parents. They'll help find your parents for you. They're your friends. They help protect us.
Absolutely.
So
do we have a call, Jonathan?
We do. 917. You're on the air.
Hi, this is Melissa.
Hi, Melissa. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you very much. Thanks for taking my call. I was just I'm wondering, my program closed down. They put me in a new program, and this program ended up closing down too. Now they're putting me in a new program, and it's not a new program. It's another program, basically. And do you see me liking this place?
I was just going to say to you, I think you'll be very surprised how I know this has been crazy making for you and very upsetting, but this one feels like the right fit. It feels like you're going to love this, and this one feels like it's not going anywhere, You don't have to worry about getting shuffled around again.
Do you think it's a good idea for me to ask for like a different title in this position, because I feel like they are redeploying me in a lower kind of title with my credentials?
You can talk to them about it, but you also need
my union in there.
I know, but you also need to keep in mind that there's a lot of people in grumpy moods right now. Okay?
Yeah.
So approach it delicately. Got it?
Yeah.
But but it's funny because this one feels like, wow. You know, you've had the weirdest 3 years. I mean, it's just been one strange thing after another, and it's kind of like, alrighty then, you know. So, but this
possible. Why did I have to go through all of that? Oh,
terrible. Well, part of it, you'll laugh, I think, was about teaching you flexibility.
Okay.
And it is that definitely you learned that sometimes even when you didn't want to, but never mind that part. Okay.
Well, on one level, I'm glad I'm leaving this place too, because the attitude of the staff is horrible.
That is exactly where what I was about to say to you. I was going to say to you, then you will not have to deal with that anymore. They're so nice at this new one. You're going to love this, and they're nice, and you'll be it'll be such a comfortable fit, and it's like, finally.
Oh, that's so good.
So if
do you
and
think
if
it's fair to say, like, hey, look, I'm not a level 1, I'm a level 2, 3 person here with my background?
I would definitely talk to them, but I'd be easy about the way I approached it.
Absolutely.
I
know.
You know what I mean? Because you're talking about dealing with some relatively hardy, stressed out egos.
Yeah, oh my God, oh no. Oh,
you know,
okay.
So that's why it has to be, you have to do it softly and say, you know, I can do a lot more than what I'm doing now. And I would, that approach.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
wish I had found a company where I could be trained and this and that. I have to train myself, obviously. I need more. I'm more.
Yeah, but the good
news,
good news, you can and don't have a problem with that.
That's true. I'm getting
you
there.
are you're a fast learner.
I am.
And it is. I mean, boy, it's so funny. Every once in a while, I look at somebody having one, like all the jobs in politics. I look at them and go, who in the world would want one of those jobs? You know, I mean, it's got to be a nightmare. And sometimes where you are, oh my God, talk about a weird combination of rigidity and having to learn flexibility. It's like, wait a minute.
Like this attitude that I have to deal with sometimes is like, why can't you talk normal to me? That's just so nasty.
Honey, but they don't.
So
it's not. You can't take it personally. It's not meant only toward you. That's their
right.
Don't, I look at people
Maybe
sometimes and I go,
that,
"What are you so angry about? I'm sorry you had a crappy day, week, year."
Closing. Yeah, sorry this place is closing. Don't take it out on me, you know.
But honey, that's not the reason. They'd be that way anyway.
Oh, why?
Because they had a crappy day, week, month, year, life. Who cares? But I'm pretty darn sure that wasn't your fault either.
No, that was.
So it's. I mean, people misplace their stuff. Their emotional stuff. They take it out where it doesn't belong, and you unfortunately deal with. Oh boy, and everybody's freaked out where you are. It's like they all need to get over it, or go get another job.
Yeah.
It's like, calm down, kids.
Like this woman coming. I mean, I've spoken with her a couple times. She used to be my, someone that I used to see very frequently. Her name starts with an H, and I'm wondering, do you see her coming back into my life?
Yes.
Or is she gone?
No, she's coming back, but on a peripheral level. You're not going. You won't have to deal with her directly.
Oh, then don't worry. Then I don't need it.
No, you won't need it.
So it's gone, basically.
You know what? Sometimes, and I don't know how often you listen to the show. We're on every night,
Yeah.
but
Oh.
I always say sometimes God saves us from ourselves when things don't work out exactly the way we thought we wanted them to. And that's what this feels like for you, honey.
Oh, it feels like I thought it was better than it is.
Yes,
maybe.
that you gave it much more. Yeah,
yes.
and you cannot fix what was broken with her, honey.
She didn't want it. She didn't want to be working on it.
No, not at all. She's very attached to being upset over everything. Had nothing to do with you, honey. So that is that God saving us from ourselves situation.
Oh yeah, for sure. What a waste of energy it would have been, right?
Well, if you had given her a second chance, you better believe it.
Oh my God, what torture! Torture.
So, you know that I always say, yeah, I hear Martin Luther King in your head singing, "Free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, free at last." It's like,
oh, okay, maybe I'll feel that soon.
Oh, I promise you will. I promise you, I want you to step back and put the idealistic, sweet person that you are aside, okay? And I want you to look at what it was honestly, okay?
It was a really
I want you to be. It was
bitchy person.
Thank
to
you.
deal with.
Thank you.
Nasty attitude.
Oh my God, is that the understatement?
Minimizing and controlling.
Yes. So which part of that are you not under? You hear yourself saying it?
Well, I like the pay. So
honey,
much.
but not. I'm sorry, not at that price. Not at that price.
Right.
For what?
Right.
Your dignity.
Yeah.
And
that's
if we
thing.
I say this to people all the time, if we don't respect ourselves, how is anybody else going to know that they should?
That's another aspect of it. Well, I definitely felt that. I didn't like it, and I told her. And that's
but she's not going to. I mean, you can't disagree with her in any way. Nobody can. And
tough.
so I don't want you wasting one more calorie of energy thinking about her.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is where we go next.
No, that's very nice. But do you see any romantic something coming in? I don't know about it.
But
maybe
I wish I have to tell you, I wish you were in a place right now in your life where there was room for that. But I don't know emotionally where you would put it. It feels like summer next year, this coming year, you're going to be a happy camper, and then you will have time.
I was a happy camper. I was a very happy camper on this new job. And then when it started closing down,
no, honey, I'm talking about
emotion.
I'm talking about emotionally.
Okay. Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Hopefully things will get better.
Oh, they will, honey. But it's gonna by next August. Oh boy, are you going to be a happy girl? I mean, really happy, and I'm talking about professionally and personally.
Oh, nice.
So, and the professionally will come first, and the personal feels like over the summer this coming year.
So, I mean, I visited that place, just to check it out before I started working there. I checked it out, and thank God they're moving that to a brand new unit, so I don't
Funny
have to
how
work
life
in
works,
that dark place. Ugh.
Yeah.
So depressing. Thank God it's not staying there.
So
I would be depressed working there.
And you don't need to deal with that.
No, because I know it's gonna get better.
Yay! Well,
Yay!
Trust me, you will see. This is going to be, I cannot wait for February to get here for you, because that's when everything starts picking up, and you can look back at the last several weeks of this year and go, wow, it's like literally everything starts to transform, but you don't really recognize it until February. You're going to go, oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, and maybe I'll meet someone at my work.
Well, that's what feels like it comes in the summer. I'm looking at the end of July, August is what I'm looking at. That's when your personal life is like you meet the one.
Do you see that the people at my job, my bosses and stuff, are happy with my work? Are they seeing good stuff about me?
Honey, they're under the same kind of pressure and yucky stuff that you're dealing with. Don't you love that highly technical term, yucky stuff?
Yeah.
They're very sweet.
They are.
Some of them are just lovely.
Yeah, I'm very, very blessed with them.
So
I just hope,
Oh, don't worry, honey. It's all coming. Be patient and
do you
rest
think it's
your
a
heart.
good idea to grow my own work, like on the side? And,
I don't know where you're going to have time for that right now, but if you want to at the end of next year into 2021, rock on, girl. Absolutely.
Maybe more then. Maybe I will do my own thing by that
That's
time.
exactly what it feels like. But right now,
I don't even want to leave. Yeah.
And please don't even go there right now for yourself, because you'll make yourself crazy.
No, I can't even do that. I would never want to. It's just,
my mom always said to me, even God took one day.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Sunday.
Please,
and
that's
do you
exactly
see me
right.
getting my own office, or am I going to be with someone in there, or is it just
right
my
now
own?
it feels like you may be sharing an office, but this will be much easier, this one, honey. Much easier.
God.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Not worth it, I'm telling you. No, even thinking about it,
Right. Well, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Thank
All right,
you.
cutie pie. We will talk soon. Let us know.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
All right, sweetheart.
Sorry, I'll let you know.
Okay. Bye, honey.
Okay.
Bye.
What do you guys think?
Well, I
She's
can
a sweet.
identify her with her. I can
What, honey?
identify because I like the atmosphere where I work to be good, and I can feel that in her voice. That she just wants. It just was bugging
she
her,
wants it to be peaceful and things not to be so chaotic, and it's like, what's everybody so grumpy about, and why are you being disrespectful? There's no excuse for that. It doesn't feel like it's asking for a lot.
No, she's so sweet.
Isn't she sweet?
She's so sweet. She doesn't understand why other people have to be like that. She's not getting it.
I hear you, and
We don't want to get that.
No, and you don't. I'm sorry. Who in the world would want to be infected by their ugly?
Only the twits of the world.
Thank you. You're not kidding.
And they do probably feed off of it. They like
some
that.
Some of them do.
Yeah, so I'm very.
Well, you know that joke. Okay, we've talked about me enough. What do you think about me? It's like, pardon me. I do too.
No.
It's hilarious.
That's a good one.
Enough about me. We've been talking about me for 2 hours. That's enough. I'm done. What do you think about me? All righty then.
So funny. It is so true, though.
It always cracks
isn't that
me up.
if you want to be successful, just always talk about the person, ask them questions about themselves. Whatever makes the relationship, like the first date, go down the toilet. It's when we talk about ourselves. When we don't, it goes fabulously.
That is so funny. Yeah, it's like, boy, that sounds like fun. It's like, enough about me.
It's like people have to kind of be able to come to terms with balance, but
see, there you go, being reasonable again, Barbara. That's hilarious.
Some don't want to ever give.
No.
Giving.
No, well, I always like the ones that know everything. That has to be a terrible burden to carry.
Aren't to know
like
it all
you must be bored out of your mind.
Wow.
Knowing everything? Wow. Huh?
The know-it-alls aren't they the hardest to be around?
I think they're kind of comical myself because I look at it and go, wow. And I love learning. I love learning new things.
They drive me They drive me crazy, though. And I'm going to have to get a private with you, Karen, on how to deal with the know-it-all.
Oh, that's so. I mean, you know what? If you can step back and truly, don't take this the wrong way. This goes for everybody, Barbara. And we can all get our egos out of the way. And you know what? Sometimes it is. I happen to love learning new things.
Okay.
And if somebody, there are lots of people that know a lot more about lots of things than I do.
That's true.
And they may not be the warmest snuggle bunnies, and they may be a know-it-all, but you know what? It's nice to learn new things.
You're right. Take a step back and go. It's not like they have to always be balanced. Just like take a step back, and I've done that a lot. You're right, Carrie. You're right.
It just makes our lives so much easier.
That's true. Very true.
And if they know something about things that we have no idea about, I mean, I love learning new stuff. It's like, wow, I didn't know that. Did you know that? I mean, it's like.
Well, yeah. Even if it's just learning about their opinion about something for the.
No, there's a difference between opinion and knowledge.
That's my point right there.
But, honey, that's being, you know what? I'm sorry, but sometimes it really just kind of isn't worth it, is it?
You're right.
I mean, it's not worth it because they can't hear us anyway, so what's the point?
True. Thank you. So I get, you know what? In 5 seconds, I got my, like an hour worth of knowledge, though. No, that was good, Karen, because I need to be, told, hey, you know what? It's okay. You know what? There are know-it-alls out there. Let them have that platform for a second.
Yeah, that's what works for them. And I'm sorry, it's not going to change your world in one calorie or moment.
I love that about you.
It's like you can. Hey, who knew?
You can snap something into a perspective of a new perspective that I haven't thought about really much in a split second. That's what's magical about you. Oh. Wow, what a great show.
Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate
thanks,
that.
Everybody. We're about out of time, but
I love you lots, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you. I love you guys.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Kelly.
Have a great night.
Thanks, good.